Cut Knife RCMP are asking for the public's help as they investigate a theft at an oil well site that happened last month. Now, 2 full 1,000-gallon tanks of propane were stolen in the rural municipality of Manitou Lake. Police say the thieves would have needed substantial equipment to pull the job off, as a picker truck would have been used to lift the propane tanks. Now, no suspects have been identified at this time, and if you have any information, you're asked to call police. Well, nomination papers for the open city council spot have become available at Lloydminster City Hall today, and we already have a candidate throwing his hat into the ring. Now, Don Whitaker made the announcement to a small group of supporters at a local coffee shop this afternoon. It's Whitaker's first time running for politics in the border city, but he spent some years on council in the county of Vermilion.
I've worked a lot with the city. I understand the city, and there's some immediate needs that have to be addressed. There's the future needs that we have to plan for, and there's a whole fiscal responsibility of how we get there and achieve those goals.
Whitaker has also worked on the Lakeland College Board as well as the Local Health Advisory Council. Now, if elected, he says he hopes to work closely with neighboring communities.
One of my goals would be to work to make sure that we are looking at the total regional picture rather than just one community, the center of Lloydminster, because if one of us are doing well, we're all going to do well.
You can pick up nomination papers at City Hall or the city website at lloydminster.ca. Now, you can submit them starting November 12th, and Border City residents will head back to the polls on January 8th. Well, it's a proud time for one local business. The Lloydminster District Co-op was on the receiving end of an annual award. Now, the Alberta Community and Cooperative Association honored our local branch with the Inspiring Young Cooperators Award. Annika Notveit has more.
The plaque is given to cooperatives or individuals who demonstrate leadership and inspire young people to meaningfully take part in the community.
And this is the first time we've actually had the opportunity to award this out. So it was a fantastic nomination, and we were very, very pleased that we were able, for our first ever Young Inspiring Award.
The 2 initiatives that stood out in Lloydminster's application were the anti-bullying campaign and the Ag Education Days.
In their agriculture initiative, it's teaching kids kind of that farm-to-table concept of where does their food come from, and try and reconnect kids or connect kids or youth to that whole agriculture sector.
It's funny how, as we become a little bit more of an urban center, that it's amazing to me how many children kind of lose touch with what happens in that ag sector, and the work that our producers do out in the area, and how that wheat crop turns into flour, turns into bread in their stores.
The co-op staff developed these initiatives themselves, and Stevenson says the team was more than happy to jump on board.
The anti-bullying campaign, goes without, it's without question that staff would think that that's an important initiative. And the wearing of the pink, we have all our staff in pink t-shirts, and it's a pretty important thing to most people, I think.
Stevenson says involvement in the anti-bullying campaign and education days will continue next year. Annika Notveit, Newcap News.
As more animals get added to the endangered species list, the call for action gets louder, and a Canadian group is recruiting some young minds to help out with the cause. Now, in this week's Beyond the Classroom, we take a look at the Earth Rangers program as some students at Queen Elizabeth School get up close with some wild animals.
About our planet, what are some things about nature that you just love, you love to go look at, you love to go visit?
This gym may not be the wilderness, but these students at Queen Elizabeth School were in for quite the outdoor retreat. 2 members of the Earth Rangers program were in town to talk to the students about a serious issue, endangered animals.
When I hear about stuff like this, it just makes me want to take part and help all of these animals.
The Earth Rangers program travels across the country, teaching children about our different ecosystems and brings awareness of animals who are on the verge of extinction. But what makes this program very interesting is the kids get up close with wildlife they normally wouldn't have the chance to encounter in real life.
I'd like to introduce you to my friend, Diego.
I knew that there was a lot of endangered ones. I just didn't know that more and more, like the animals that they showed today, are becoming endangered. You can help save wildlife, and you might be able to get some experience with what they can do and what's special about them.
Welcome to Sonic.
For these students, they learn about endangered animals in science class, but this is a chance to learn more in a fun, interactive way.
When you see it on TV, they kind of, oh, okay, yeah, it's great on TV. But when it's actually live in person and they see the animals, you just watch their eyes blow up and you go, wow, okay, this is really out there. And they get excited about it and they think, how can I really help out?
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.
Good night. Good night.